Hey, how's it going? It's Mike Fiore. Welcome to my office. By the way, I've been just setting up some new lights and some background stuff because I'm planning on doing a lot more video type things for you guys in 2013. We're going to be doing a lot of YouTube videos, some other things going on with the podcast and everything else. And as a quick test to see if all this stuff is working, if my mic is working, all that fun stuff, I figured I'd take a moment to answer a question that Lisa Reardon had posted on our Facebook wall. You can see it's probably to my left, my right, I'm not quite sure. Lisa says, Michael Fiore, if men focus on what they are doing at the time and don't think of their partner when not with them, what keeps them wanting to be faithful or not? Now, Lisa is referring to something I say in my secret survey program. You can get that by checking out the video at whyhelies.com. And in that program, I talk about how many women write into me and say, Mike, how do I get a guy to be obsessed with me and only me? How do I make it so that I'm on his mind all the time? And in the program, I say that's, A, you really can't because men don't really work that way. And B, even if men did work that way, you really wouldn't want that because a man's intensity can be kind of crazy. A guy who is obsessed with you and thinking about you all the time isn't a boyfriend or a husband, he's a stalker. Now, Lisa, I think you're misinterpreting what I'm saying a little bit here. Now, I do say in that oftentimes when a guy is working or when he's playing music or doing art or playing a sport or doing whatever else, you're not really on his mind. That doesn't mean that you disappear from his mind. It's kind of like, say I drive somewhere, and this is a weird metaphor, but say I drive somewhere and I park my car, my lovely Subaru Outback, in a garage, and then I go in to go to an event or go to a party or something like that. I'm not thinking about my car the entire time I'm there, but it doesn't mean that like when the event is over or during the event, if somebody brings up my car or asks me if I have a car, I'm just gonna say, oh no, that doesn't really exist. Good men aren't going to be like, oh, you're not around, therefore I'm going to sleep with anything that moves or not want to be faithful. Some guys just aren't faithful. Some guys are simply not made for monogamy. That can be a biological thing. A lot of men, myself included, do have a primal desire to be with more than one woman. I'm in a monogamous relationship, therefore I don't do that. Just because we have these desires doesn't mean we have to act on them. As I always say, monogamy is hard. Monogamy is not natural, quote unquote. Man was not evolved or created, whichever way you want to go, to be monogamous. Doesn't mean we can't do it. We weren't created or evolved to be able to fly either, really, right? But the Wright brothers figured out, a lot of smart people at a lot of smart companies have created jets and planes that make flight really quite easy. So this question that you're asking, Lisa, is really just exposing your own anxiety, your own fear of being cheated on, which I totally understand. I've been cheated on in the past and it sucks. I also, when I was much younger, cheated on a girlfriend and it's something I greatly regret. I should have been man enough to tell her that I shouldn't have been in that relationship at the time. But either way, if you spend all of your time having all this anxiety about whether or not somebody's going to be faithful or not, you can't actually have a relationship at that point. Again, going back to the plane metaphor, I travel a lot for work and for fun, and it's totally possible that every time I get on that plane, it might crash. Horrible things would happen. But I get on the plane anyway. The odds of that happening are relatively low. The best thing you can do is not be with a man who's going to crash that plane over and over again. If the guy you're dating or the guy you're seeing has a reputation for cheating again and again and again, probably not going to change. If he cheated once in his past, these things happen. Cheating is extraordinarily common. I always say every single one of us would cheat in quote unquote the right situation. But that right situation varies wildly for a lot of different people. For some people, the right situation is a simple opportunity. For another person, it's they've got to be at a particularly low place or whatever else is going to happen. So I hope this answers your question. Calm down. It's going to be okay. Take a deep breath. And again, if anybody else wants to hear about the secret survey, go check out the video at whyhelies.com. Thanks.